Going straight to these developments from Lok Sabha, there is ruckus.
श्री महाबली सिंह, श्री अमोल कोल्हे, श्री सुशील कुमार रिंकू, श्री सुनील कुमार सिंह, डॉक्टर एस.टी. हसन, श्री एम. धनुष कुमार, श्रीमती प्रतिभा सिंह, श्री थोल तिरुमावलम, श्री चंद्रेश्वर प्रसाद, श्री आलोक कुमार सुमन, श्री दिलेश्वर कामेत, श्री अदूर प्रकाश। माननीय सदस्यगण, ये बड़ा अप्रिय प्रसंग है कि अनेक बार आपसे अनुरोध किए जाने के पश्चात भी आप निरंतर नियमों की अवहेलना कर रहे हैं, चेयर की अवहेलना कर रहे हैं। ये वास्तव में कोई ऐसी किसी को भी प्रसन्न करने वाली बात नहीं है, परंतु आपने विवश किया है। बराबर आग्रह के पश्चात भी आप मर्यादा का निरंतर उल्लंघन कर रहे हैं। सारा देश हमको देखता है। विवश होकर के मुझे इन सब नामों को नेम करना पड़ रहा है। जी माननीय मंत्री जी।
सर, अभी मैं एक बात स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं। रेजोल्यूशन मूव करने से पहले तो ये सर्वसम्मति से स्वीकृत हुआ था। मैं फिर से एक बार दोहरा रहा हूं, सर्वसम्मति से स्वीकृत हुआ था कि हम प्लेकार्ड तटिया अंदर नहीं लाएंगे। इसके बावजूद भी ये तटिया लाके तो अपमान कर रहे हैं, चेयर का अपमान कर रहे हैं, सदन का अपमान कर रहे हैं, देश का जनता ने जो मैंडेट दिया है उनका अपमान कर रहे हैं। जो हाल ही में 3 राज्यों का, जो 5 राज्यों का चुनाव में सब ये पूरा चुनाव में जो इनका हाल हुआ, इसके डेस्परेशन के कारण पूरा हताश होके, फ्रस्ट्रेट होके ऐसे कदम उठा रहे हैं। जनता इनको जो अभी चुन के आया है, ये लोग भी नेक्स्ट चुनाव में इधर नहीं आएंगे। ऐसे ही बढ़ते हुए कंटिन्यू करते हैं तो इसलिए मैं ये स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं, माननीय स्पीकर के समक्ष जो बैठक हुआ था, ऑल पार्टी लीडर्स रहते हैं, उसमें बीएससी में हुआ था और सबने स्वीकृति किया था। नया बिल्डिंग में, नया सदन में हम तटिया लेके नहीं आएंगे, वेल में नहीं आएंगे, ये निर्णय हुआ था। इसके बावजूद भी तटिया लेके आके स्पीकर को अपमान कर रहे, चेयर को अपमान कर रहे, सदन को अपमान कर रहे, देश को, जनता को अपमान कर रहे हैं। इसलिए बहुत दुख से ये कार्रवाई हमको करना पड़ रहा है। यही मैं देश के सामने इस सदन के द्वारा मैं निवेदन करना चाहता हूँ।
अब लाएंगे प्रस्ताव, क्या प्रस्ताव लाइएगा जी?
ऑनरेबल चेयरपर्सन सर, Sir, I beg to move the following: that this House, having taken a serious note of the misconduct of Sri V. Vethlingam, Sri Gurjit Singh Ojala, Srimati Supriya Sule, Sri S.S. Ulaka, Sri Adur Prakash, Dr. Abdu Samdani, Sri Manish Tiwari, Sri Pradyut Barodolai, Sri Girdhari Yadav, श्रीमती गीता कोरा, श्री फ्रांसिस्को सेरेडिना, श्री एस जगदरक्षण, श्री एस.आर. प्रतिभन, श्री फारूक अब्दुल्ला, श्रीमती ज्योत्सना महंत, श्री ए. गणेश मूर्ति, श्रीमती माला राय, श्री पी. वेलुस्वामी, श्री ए. चेले कुमार, श्री शशि थरूर, श्री मोहम्मद सदीक, श्री एम. के. विष्णु प्रसाद, श्री पी. मोहम्मद फैजल, श्रीमती सजदा अहमद, श्री जसवीर गिल, डॉक्टर कार्ति चिदम्बरम, श्री सुदीप बंदोपाध्याय, श्रीमती डिम्पल यादव, श्री हसनैन मुर्शिदी, श्री दानिश अली, श्री खैलुर रहमान, श्री राजीव रंजन सिंह, श्री DNB सेंथिल कुमार, श्री संतोष कुमार, श्री गौलचंद गोस्वामी, श्री रणवीर सिंह बिट्टू, श्री दिनेश चंद्रा यादव, श्री के. सुधाकरण, श्री अमोल खोले, श्री सुशील कुमार रिंकू एंड श्री महाबली सिंह MP एंड श्री सुनील कुमार सिंह, श्री S.T. हसन, श्री M. धनुष कुमार, श्रीमती प्रतिभा सिंह, श्री थोल Tirumavalam, Sri Chandrasekhar Prasad, Sri Alok Kumar Suman, Sri Dileshwar Kamath MPs in utter disregard to the House and authority of the Chair, including by display of placards and entering into the well of the House and having been named by the Chair, resolved that the above mentioned members may be suspended from the service of the House for the remainder of the session under Rule 3742.
प्रश्न है कि माननीय मंत्री जी द्वारा प्रस्तुत प्रस्ताव को स्वीकृत किया जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में वो हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य इसके विरोध में वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, प्रस्ताव स्वीकृत हुआ। सभा की कार्यवाही 2 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
Big breaking news coming in right now. More Lok Sabha MPs have been suspended. The names were just read out. Meanwhile, the House stands adjourned till about 2 o'clock is what has been said right now amid ruckus and pandemonium in the House that essentially continues. A list of MPs, in fact, have been suspended. Mosmi is getting us more details on that. An ever-growing list of suspended MPs. About 41 MPs have been suspended again from Lok Sabha. Mosmi.
Right, Sneha, and that's breaking now. Mr. Meghwal actually proposed that motion, named the specific MPs who were to be suspended, and even the chair said that this was a gross, misuse of the rights of the MPs who are constantly raising placards, shouting slogans, entering the well and disrupting the proceedings of the House. The chair said that I'm actually forced to name you and call you out because of your actions, and it is actually not only disrespect to the Parliament, it is severe disrespect to the chair and also to the rules and regulations. And big breaking, because yesterday we saw an unprecedented number of MPs suspended, and yet again today, the lower house, we've seen a suspension of a string of MPs from various opposition parties, and now the lower house will be reconvened at 2, is adjourned till 2, but clearly the chair has not taken it easy. The way the MPs have been mocking the proceedings of the House, mocking the chair, the opposition MPs, and now, Sneha, we saw that how the government also batted for suspension of the remaining MPs. More than 40 of these MPs have been suspended yet again. You've got the big names also included in the list, and clearly this is actually daggers drawn and swords crossed between the government and the opposition.
Absolutely, daggers are drawn. In fact, we have an entire list of members of Parliament. And Mosmi, if you could just give us some more names who have been suspended. In fact, I just do recall, Mosmi, just some time ago, you had a word with Supriya Sule, and you did ask her that there is a chance that you could be suspended as well. And I think she too is in the list of the newly suspended MPs from Lok Sabha, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, Sneha.
Yes.
Because earlier in the day, the MPs, the opposition MPs, they had strategized. There was a lot of speculation whether there could be a mass boycott, but they went for the first choice, which was to protest in the same manner as they did in the past when the other MPs were suspended. So they knew that the axe was going to fall on them and they would be suspended. They took placards. We saw them taking posters of the Prime Minister, and even then when I was speaking to Supriya Sule, she had a number of placards in her hands, so they were ready and waiting, in fact, for this suspension, which they think is like a badge for them for protesting against the intolerance of the government. And on the other hand, the government, clearly, if you see Prahlad Joshi, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, he got up and he said that we are taking this, he proposed and in fact batted for this suspension, saying the opposition MPs are totally up in arms, they've thrown the rule book out of the window, they are disrespecting the chair and they're disrespecting the entire Parliament proceedings, and action needs to be taken. And there you are, the numbers are trickling in. We are told that almost 41 MPs have been suspended, Sneha, and So earlier there were 46 who were suspended in the Lok Sabha, and now add 41 to them. It's about 87 MPs of the opposition, the India Alliance, have been suspended from the lower house of the parliament, which in itself is an unprecedented number. There are still many days remaining to the winter session, important bills, legislations to be passed, but this is the climax of it all, where we are seeing bouts of combat, of offensive and defensive, counter-offensive combat that we've seen, a political combat of sorts that really actually puts the entire parliamentarians in a very poor light, because the country is watching. And the update that we have is that there are almost 87 MPs of the Lok Sabha that have been suspended, and the House would reconvene at 2 p.m.
So essentially 46 members of parliament from the upper house, the House of Elders, and we had 46 from Lok Sabha until a few minutes ago. We have in fact 41 more, essentially 87 in Lok Sabha and 46 in Rajya Sabha. Am I correct, Mosmi?
That's right, Sneha, you got the numbers right. Almost 46 plus 41 now. So that's 87, takes the toll of the opposition MPs that have been suspended to 87, and it comes close on the heels of the India party meeting. So clearly this issue would also be deliberated, and the hour to unite and in fact have a consolidated stand against the BJP and the Modi government could be deliberated. So why I'm saying is it's got a huge political impact, a fallout of sorts, where the opposition can cry foul. That's here, there's a dictatorial government that isn't allowing the opposition to speak, and if we speak, we are chucked out of parliament, and so they can play the victim card. But the question really is, at the end of the day, that they will have to go to the people with their argument and whatever their line of contention is, and one will have to wait and see how the public really responds. But importantly, this is a day where we've seen several suspensions, a lot of taxpayers' money that is being spent on the parliament proceedings. You have
undoubtedly
the entire array of employees, and the entire parliament building is thriving when the session is on, and then you have MPs sitting out suspended, crying foul. I think that somewhere this deadlock has really ruined as far as the proceedings of the House are concerned. But
well,
interestingly, Sneha, yesterday we saw the MPs suspended. Today again, if that act is repeated, it could be an act of defiance against the government that the opposition wanted to stick on.
Okay, remains to be seen what happens when the House convenes again at 2 this afternoon. Be with me, Mosmi. Polemy, in fact, is also getting us more details. Polemy, unheard of. In fact, this session marks just so many firsts, doesn't it? 133 members of parliament will have to sit out for the rest of the session because action has been taken against them.
Absolutely. It's unprecedented, the number of members of parliament who have been suspended across both houses.
Yes.
But this was the strategy, of course, as far as the opposition was concerned. They did consider the idea of a mass boycott of the winter session of parliament, but they then decided that they'll go ahead, whoever has not been suspended, go into both houses of parliament and continue to register their protest, because they wanted to reach the people, that they continue to fight for the people's voice in parliament. And then legislative agenda was virtually carried out, especially the passage later of 3 very crucial criminal law amendment bills in the absence of the opposition. These are bills that demand a discussion. These are bills that demand a debate. But the opposition was not allowed to speak, is what the opposition strategy was. And today, of course, 41 members of parliament from the Lok Sabha have now been also suspended today. With that, of course, the tally is well over 133 MPs who stand suspended in one session of parliament. This is the highest number of MPs who've been suspended.
Polemy, I'm just going to come back to you in a moment from now. We have a reaction coming in from Akhilesh Yadav. Let's take a listen.
और अगली बार ये आ गए तो बाबा साहब भीमराव अम्बेडकर जी का संविधान खत्म हो जाएगा. हम और आप इस दरवाजे से नहीं घुस पाएंगे. वो बाहर खड़ा है.
सर लगातार
Okay, Polemy continues to be with us. Polemy, you're talking about the fact that 133 Okay, Mosmi, in fact, is also with us for the very latest on that. Mosmi, we also, in fact, got a sense from what the tone or what the defense of the government is going to be, with the Prime Minister setting the tone in today's parliamentary party meeting, in which he said, look, listen, we are here to build a nation, for nation building. That's what the BJP is working for. And the opposition is just doing the exact opposite of this.
Absolutely, Sneha. You know, the line was drawn by the Prime Minister in the morning, and, the government completely towed that line. Absolutely combative, non-apologetic, saying that we've stuck to the rules. This is about maintaining the sanctity of the parliament, of parliament proceedings, and that's why we are forced and urged to take this action, because the opposition in no way is relenting as far as following the rules and regulations are concerned. And it's very interesting, Akhilesh Yadav giving that bite, because Dimple Yadav has been suspended today. We saw her marching in and out with the remaining SP MPs, and somewhere, the opposition wanted to give a united, give a united call, take a united stand as far as these suspensions were concerned. Earlier, there had been precedents where, some MPs were suspended, and then the parties were divided over whether we should boycott or not boycott the House. And many MPs who were suspended in previous sessions felt that they were left out in the cold. So this time round, because there's been a mass suspension, it's been easier for the opposition to rally and get the act of unity as far as, sticking to the defiance mode is concerned. I call it the defiance mode, where, the chair is warning you, constantly telling you don't enter the well, and you repeatedly do it. And more so, they feel that this is a matter that is related to the parliament security. It actually goes till the end of the wire to the Home Ministry and Amit Shah, and they wanted Amit Shah to give a statement on that. They were stuck on that, and somewhere, the line of decency as far as mocking or imitating the chair, disrespecting the chair, one would say, was crossed. The government would definitely lashed out at the opposition. The opposition is saying that the government is intolerant. So it's a tit for tat that we've seen throughout the day and yesterday, that actually played out after that parliament security lapse, and ever since then there have been disruptions. One would also argue that the politics of disruption is what the government wouldn't want, but when the side change, then this disruptive politics is the only way out. But it has been unprecedented, Sneha, that the number of MPs that have been suspended, almost the entire opposition is now sitting out.
That's right, and that is in fact all